Right, I think that will do for an intro. Welcome. Please let me know if the audio is alright and everything. Yeah, before we get properly started, just let me know. Yeah, we're ready. I think things are all being a bit slow to light. Right, I think we may as well just go then. If nobody's replying, we may as well just get started. You've joined me here at my main station, Preston, on the map in the main city. It's an absolutely massive station. Originally, it was just this section here. I will turn myself up then. Is that better? Or maybe I should turn the. I should do. It's alright. Right, so I guess that's fine. Originally it was just these platforms here. And then I decided to add a parcels depot. Now we're getting parcels coaches. And then I decided to expand it even more as I needed even more capacity, because there are a lot of lines that come through here. It's a very busy station. A little louder? Yep, that is possible. I'll just turn the music and everything down. Yep, that should be a bit better, I hope. Right. So, yeah, that's it. We've got some sidings over here. You may notice in these sidings that we have these new Mark 1 TCVs, which are yet to be released by Plain Simple. These are bi-level. No, I don't think they're bi-level. I think they're just end-loading car carrying wagons for motor rail. So these would pull into a platform, the ends would come down and you'd drive on. You'd shut up and then be tagged onto the back of a regular passenger train, so you can take your car with you to your end destination. So we'll have a look at some of the other things that come through here whenever they choose to show up. It was paused, no wonder nothing was moving. We have a bus station as well that I've built out of some assets. These are the King's Cross roofs. We're using chimneys as pillars, and I've put some of Siri's urban assets on top to kind of simulate council offices, taking a lot of inspiration from the old Rochdale bus station, which used to have a massive black box on top, which is where the council was. We have a couple of Class 20s on an MGR here, doing the return job. Very squealy. Now, it looks as if we have a passenger train coming in. I hope nothing's blocked up, because it seems very quiet here at the moment. Yep, so we have a Class 90 which is in desperate need of a rebuild with a mixed rake on it. as you may notice, we have new Mark 1s, which are on the way. In here we have just a mix of different carriages that I threw together. It's probably not prototypical. Now that there are more Mark 1 variants and liveries, as the beta has been updated, I need to go back and redo, because I'm using stuff like the bar as a stand-in buffet, and we now have all the buffets and everything. Actually, I suppose now would be a good time to show you that. So when it comes to Mark 1s, we have many variants. For the passenger coaches, we have currently 353 different Mark 1s, and we only have 4 liveries. So there is everything. We've got different bogies, both reverse and forward versions. We've got SR Green, BR Blue Grey, Chocolate and Cream, Crimson and Cream, and Maroon. Welcome to everyone who's joining us. Thanks for joining. Then we have miscellaneous coaches. We have a barrier coach for stock moves and everything. We then have an exhibition van. I don't really know what they were for, but then we have the TCVs, which are the motor rail car carrying ones. We then have sleepers in blue, grey and maroon. So these are all different kinds of sleepers. We then have the buffet coaches and everything. So these are restaurants, buffets, bars, everything in all the liveries as well. And then we have parcels, travelling post office, blue, grey, govs, like anything you could ask for. The ones with the nets on the side. There's absolutely tons in here, and I'm sure that you're all going to enjoy it a lot. The 185 will be coming soon, as I've been commissioned to make that one. That's next on my list to do. That's the biggest kind of thing to show off all those Mark 1s. I don't think I'm doing them justice. So this is a current work in progress of mine that needs a lot of work still to do. But yeah, you all know what it is. Need I say more? I've got this heritage set on here with a BR Blue Class 85 in original, not BR Blue, Electric Blue. That's a BR Blue one there, with a rake of maroon Mark 1s on it. All sorts. I suppose I should take the time now to show off. Actually, no, I won't do that. I'll leave that to Plain Simple to show off all of that. Now, here's another thing. Here we have an Enviro 200. These are coming in 3 lengths. We have the 11.8 meter, 10.9 meter, and 8.9 meter variant, all on the MAN chassis. I don't think there's any of the Dart ones. The model is by Mr. Chips. I've just put it into game. He's doing some stuff for us now in Transport Fever. He is quite a reputable guy in the Omdi community, I believe. So these are ex-Omdi models. He's asked me to put in game. So this is the 11.9 meter, which is the 11.8 meter, which is the only one that's currently in game. That's not good. That shouldn't have happened. That was meant to be more angled. I'll have to sort that out. Now, another thing to show off. Where is it? Alright. There's one up here. No, there is not one up there. Ah, here we are. Another bus, we have a Dennis Dart with the East Lancs EL2000 body. These are the kind of Arriva spec ones. They're used here in Manchester. This front, there are loads of different fronts for the EL2000. I only plan on doing this one, as this is the only one that I was asked to do. But this still needs quite a bit of work for the interior and everything. I don't know when I'll get around to doing that. I'm really busy at the moment, so yeah. Helmet for the 153, I do not know. It is on my list to do, just adapt to the 155, but it needs a bit more work than it did for the 152. So I'll get around to that at some point. Now here's a surprising mod, let's say. New APTE from Stephen 4. I don't really use his mods on my maps because they're usually older stuff and Steam and everything, and I don't do Steam. Well, here's an exception. He's finally stepped into my area of interest and done the APTE, which I think is a good representation. It's obviously not mega detail, but you know, it does the job. It's a good shape. The shape is captured. I'm going to do a retexture of this to some point and send it over to him. I also want to sort out a couple of shading issues. Here you can see these bright bits. They just need the sharps marked on these things. I quite like it. It looks a bit like one of them monkeys when you look at it straight on. Don't know what they're called, baboons or something. I'm not sure what the difference is. They're all just monkeys to me. Right. That's a flask train. So I guess I'll show you around the map a bit. I think I did this last time, but I have done a bit of work when I have played the game. So we have a lot of new track. If I just open the track overlay wherever it is, there we are. So this is the current state of affair when it comes to the track. Obviously a lot around here in the city of Preston. We have this line coming out here now, so things are finally going south of Preston, including down the main line. This will eventually have high-speed services coming out, but at the moment we've just got a couple of trains which loop round here. Here's a parcels train. You may be interested to see. With a retextured peak on the front. And a load of mail vans. Now, here's a HST. It comes down here. I'll let people from Manchester have a guess at where this is inspired from. There's a bridge that is almost exactly like this, but it's grey. Over a motorway. And this is kind of a fake Tay bridge, really. Built out of different parts of the Forth Bridge. We have got the actual Forth Bridge down there. This comes onto the main line and down back to the city. We also have this line that comes off and goes down through here and then to the oil terminal. And along this big wall we have a goods yard here and the cargo station at the docks itself. Here's one of our EL2000s again. That's running Preston to Emily service. So it goes up to a little village over here, which is something I added just last night or so. Yeah, they're being funny again. I need to redo the line and everything. Really stood in the park waiting for the bus. Got another big reservoir up here. There's two here which I need to replace the water on because the waves look a bit big. Some of our EL2000s coming down off the main road. As for this area of the map, I haven't really touched it. I've just extended these lines out here. So this now goes up and to a junction here. This will curve round and go around there. Have a junction off here for this line. This will then head up over here, join back with this line and go to another larger town over here. I've also added a kind of seaside area. I dug this bay out. This is very heavily inspired by Scarborough. I did have a nice name for it, but then I forgot it, so I've just called it something by the sea. Well, it's been for about 2 weeks of that since I built it. Disused platforms over here. Then our throat comes out and meets the line back to Preston, which brings that over here. I've added this power station in that needs to be built. I've also added in this line here, which goes to a fake Beverley. I think it's Beverley that has the roof on the Yorkshire coastline, I think. And then out over here, I carved out this valley and I've built a junction here. So in terms of track for this area and heading over here, I think that's about done. Curved platforms were done with the station asset pack thing, I think it's called. I can't remember exactly. Yeah, these are not functional. These are just assets that have been placed down and curved into shape. There's one of our shuttles. What else did I add in? Yes, this cord here. Meant to be partially disused. Mainly so we can bring electric trains off here and bring them round and onto the line up this way so we can have excursions coming here. Yeah, I think I put a line already for it. Let me think, what else? I think that actually might be it since last time. Oh, I started building this town, which needs finish. This is Haitian. Oh, that's the other thing. These docks, heavily inspired by a place in Cornwall. I can't remember what it is. It doesn't come out like this, but you have China clay trains which come onto this to load off a ship, and then they'll go and take the China clay to wherever it is. Oh, I think it's the other way around. They take the China clay to the port and then load it on the ship, but we'll say it's the other way around for here. So once I get those set up, I'll have them running in here. It's one of our cross-country services, which just quite a long run. It does take quite a while to do. So I think what we'll do is we'll go to one of our turnaround stations, which allows me to run things in, as in like they were going to somewhere else, use a tunnel portal and hide the whole operation underground. It's nowhere in particular. The map is called This in England, so this is England, so it takes inspiration from literally everywhere. So I'll wait for a train to come in here. I think there was one on its way. And then I'll give you a tour of the map via different services, as if you were actually travelling. I think that's something coming. Yes, it sounds like a sprinter. And yes, here we are, a class 155. This will be on the Boscombe line, which takes us to Preston via Boscombe, as it says in the name. So I guess we'll take a ride on this. This was a mod that was released somewhat recently, which it was the biggest missing puzzle in the sprinter fleet. Yep. They're very loud. Very, very loud. So loud that I'm going to turn it down a bit. Right. That's not supposed to happen. So let me think, what's the most interesting side to show out of? I think it's R and F to move it up and down. Usually I just angle it up and then put it up. Right, I'll just get out this tunnel. Yeah, I was. It's not been worked on. I'm waiting for Selmy to do the interior and everything. Come on. Should be out this soon. This will take us to Preston. There we go. So we break out, heading along the coast towards an estuary. This will take us to the estuary down where we left off last time at Broadbent. This is the same kind of coast as that. So this line kind of sweeps alongside that. It's the first line that I built on this map. Still got a lot of work to do, a lot of detail. But as for services and everything, this is probably as busy as it's going to get. There's another intercity service. So just curving around, pulling into Morpeth, which is just a little town this estuary. You can see down to Broadbent. We're not going that way. We're going to turn off here. There's a fast train. So here we are at Morpeth. Nice little station. The line splits here. One line goes up to Preston directly, and one line goes over to Preston via Broadbent. There's the Alpha 5. I really do not like the way that trains accelerate in this game, because it doesn't sound great. It still doesn't sound like a sprinter properly. But I tried with the limits of the game. So there's the line off to Broadbent, breaking off of the curved viaduct. This part is a bit more scenic. Head up the valley, following a little river. See, I've put some waterfalls in down there. Very much inspired by one end of the set in Carlisle, through Appleby. A short tunnel. It is quite a steep uphill here, so not accelerating very quickly. See, a lot of my screenshots are taken on this curve with a little crossing, and then out over a bridge and into a tunnel as we approach Boscombe. Cab view doesn't really work well, as we just leave it like this. This area isn't that interesting because of the fact it's not detailed yet. So we go through this tunnel and then out into a little country station at Boscombe. This originally used to be single tracked, but I decided to double it so it could fit more trains down here, because as you've just seen, we have freight coming down here as well, and there just wasn't enough capacity with everything having to go into one line, which is the line on the right here. Again, it's quite bland because it's not detailed. I should really get around to detailing everything properly and get everything look nice for a bit of interest. This begins to climb again, quite steeply. I need to sort out the tunnels as well. Make a new type of tunnel with a curved roof. So we're coming up to the longest tunnel on the map, I think. No, I don't think it's the longest on the map, but it's pretty long, so we'll speed up through it. This goes through quite a big hill. Very much inspired by the Standish Tunnel and Woodhead and everything like that. So we then emerge into where it gets a bit more interesting. We're now approaching Dentley, which is kind of a suburb of Preston. You can see I've started to build it up a bit. I'm really quite proud of the station here. Just do a quick tour of the station while we stop here. I have this nice little ramp going up to the road. Bus stop, health centre kind of thing. Factories on one side, all bushed in. we have the line down to the docks that goes off there, and the suburban housing that I put in. Also, I'll give an overview as the train goes by, and we just fly over like this. Got some factories, post distribution centre or whatever you want to call it. We have the line that breaks off here. This is Cotton Bridge Junction. We have Cotton Bridge Academy here, a secondary school, and an old mill. I am working on the proper mills pack at the moment. So when those are done, I will replace the stack factories with some proper mills. Then curve round under an L12 line. It comes from Cotton Bridge Power Station. That will carry on towards Preston. Then join the line to something on sea and cross the docks lines. So those go down to the docks and the power station. We have Battersea Power Station, which I want to remove the smoke from, so it's disused, and just have it as like a silent disused factory. We then join the main line, and the line's off to Broadbent. Come down and join us here. They're probably a little too modern, but maybe I will use them somewhere. I think they're probably a bit big for this city as well. I do have them on. We'll try them after we get into the station. We pass Preston Yard here, and yeah, we've got loads of wagons parked up, loads of locos. Distribution centre and a shopping park, some flat blocks and some regular housing, and then we pull into the station under this bridge. So this will take us into one of the northbound terminating platforms. This was the original terminating platform on this side, and the reason why I had to extend the station is because I didn't have enough terminating platforms. I was having to terminate services in these platforms, so I've added in two more terminating platforms on this side, and 3 more on this side. And here we have, I suppose this is rather convenient, we have a class 110. This is doing a shuttle to a little seaside town over on the south side of the map. So I guess we'll take a ride on this and show off this line. It's a nice little route. Head out of Preston Station and head towards the incline up to pass over the main line. This is also yet to be detailed, so sorry it's a bit bland and everything. But here we are. Crossing over the main line, and then over this little bridge. The other line, there's another shuttle service coming past. Then onto my 4th bridge. Is a majestic mod, this. it comes to modelling, I'm pretty interested in the 80s and 90s. They're my eras of interest, really. And of course, modern era, stuff you see today. Definitely want to do civities at some point. Considering they are my locals now. I love pretty much all DMUs. I have a retextured peak on a cross-country service. And we're about to curve round into Haitian. Got a little yard here with some wagons in it, and yeah, you can see we've curved around quite a bit off the Forth Bridge here, and it's a nice little station. What number is it? Let's see if I've got it. So we're now heading down the coast to Delamere, which is another station. Just trying to think where exactly that is, because I'm not too... Oh, 3002. I think I have got that one. Let me check. No, I don't have 3002. I saw it yesterday though, going through Piccadilly Gardens. What is it coupled up to? Was it 3065? I think I saw it with yesterday. They were coming round the curve from St. Peter's heading to Piccadilly. This is a nice section. We follow the coast now. So you look behind us, you can see a little island that I've yet to do anything on, and the Humber Bridge in the background. This line comes around and crosses this pretty big viaduct here. It stops here at Delamere, then comes onto this single track section where it goes down to a nice little seaside terminus. But also here you have these sidings, and one of them carries on. This will probably go to an aggregates plant. Loops under the line here. I'll probably carry up somewhere here. Right. 047. Yeah, it was with 65 yesterday. I think. NUP2, I just installed it and it worked. It just worked for me. I don't know why people have been having issues with it, because it works perfectly fine. The crossings I'm making, I took one look at the whole crossing thing and just couldn't be bothered. So yeah, someone else can do them. I have much more important things to do. But I think that's about it really in terms of the map. Don't have too much else to show. It's probably getting a bit boring anyway. If you think tram numbers is too far, I collect the codes for pylons. I will go up to them and record the different codes, like 4ZP179, ZPA42, BC10, ZPO11. Those are all different lines around here. I also have a number of other lines that I have got pictures of, but yeah, I don't remember them all. Probably will one day. Yeah, that I've been asked to update the whole science pack. That'll happen at some point with like cast iron speed boards and everything. So I've just got to find the time to do that. Well, why not? I've got nothing better to do, so spend my time doing that instead, walking up and photographing them. Yeah, exactly. I can, so I do. Like I say, they're nice to just go and admire for 20 minutes or so. Right, so anyway, I think that's probably about it for the map. I'm boring to listen to. I don't know why you come here. But yeah, thanks for spending like an hour of your time, or 45 minutes or something. Listening to me drone on. Nah, I'm not that sad. Anyway, thank you all for joining. Do a 3-2-1 trip. I suppose I could do. We wait for the other pair to get in. Let's see where they are. I suppose you've already seen this bit. This is the avoider. That avoids this really busy section here. Yeah, I guess we'll do a 3-2-1 trip. How many trains are there on the map? I think there are about 30, 40 of them, I think. So this is the bit that we just crossed, but obviously it'll carry on straight and up. There's the Boscombe line going off to the left. Yeah, I could do with it, but like, when it comes to signals on curves, I just can't be bothered. It takes too much effort. Have magic floating catenary, because I haven't placed all the masts yet. Here's the first stop out Preston, another suburb of Dogford. We've got the other set that's on the shuttles here. Because I like to place them myself, when the game places them it's very messy, so I just do it myself. Right, so we're heading round the curve. This is again inspired by somewhere in real life. Hadfield, Glossop and Dinting. And where else? No, I'm just going to say Glossop. It comes round, then we go out the other way. So now we go straight instead of around the curve. Again, no masts, which is kind of annoying, but it's all in the name of getting it all to look nice. And here we have a section with masts. This is inspired by the line to Skipton from Leeds. Kind of curves through the valleys. I think this is a decent length tunnel. I think it's about 1 kilometre long. Maybe shorter, yeah, definitely shorter. So there's a junction here, and this will go off to, it goes round and then to Broadbent and Morpeth. That's about all there is to see on this line. Again, it's not detailed at all. It's just the raw map. I will get around to doing it all someday. It just takes a lot of time. This is where the journey ends. Something by the sea, something on the sea even. Scarborough inspired place. And there we are. So I think I'm going to call it a day there. Thanks all for joining, and see you all sometime. I don't have a rigid stream schedule or video upload schedule or anything. So yeah, thank you, and I hope you enjoyed.